In the GA Challenge, we're getting some absolute beginners all steamed up.
We look at snares for killing pests that are killing our pets.
Hidden talents will out in the Dark Horse venture.
And this week's competition prize, pack up your troubles with this set of matching luggage. Becky's assignment this week, well, it was to turn 5 raw recruits into competent signalmen, stokers and whistleblowers. I'm talking trains here, steam trains. The question is, can Becky's bunch, who are not steam buffs, rise to the challenge?
The Ffestiniog line is one of Wales' most famous small railways. It's a favourite with tourists and is run almost entirely by volunteers. The new ones I've brought along today were picked at random. All we asked was that they were willing to try something new. OK, Cliff, you were a caterer in the Royal Air Force for how long?
Well, 38 years.
So I see you really in the buffet car, don't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Would you be confident about doing that for us today?
I'll probably make a hash of it.
I have every confidence in you, Cliff.
Cheers.
What about you, Sue? I mean, have you got any involvement with trains before?
Only as a passenger, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the other side.
I see you as a guard, actually. How about that?
Yes, I like bossing people around and making sure they're doing the right thing.
I could tell. All right, you're the guard. Well done. Kirsten, you're looking absolutely the part in your boiler suit. Ever fired up an engine before?
No, but I'd quite like to have a go.
You will have a go, you will. Now this is the Linda, isn't it? This is our end. Tell me a little bit about Linda, Jenny.
It's 100 years old and it's an oil-fired steam locomotive.
So how do we get it going?
You connect an air supply to it, put a lighted oily rag in the firebox and then turn the oil on, which catches light with the oily rag, and hopefully this provides the heat that then provides the steam so you can drive the engine.
And off we go. Nothing to it, but it's not just about getting the fire going apart from driving the train, and who wouldn't want to do that? There's collecting tickets, spot welding, you name it. There's enough to keep you amused, whatever your background, whatever your interests.
My father used to volunteer here and my sister and I came up with him one summer and both started volunteering, got hooked by it and enjoyed it.
So you're a student?
I'm a second-year medical student in London, so I come up on my holidays and work here.
Why are you so passionate about this place?
Obviously I enjoy it. It's really different. You meet a really wide variety of people, and I enjoy working with steam engines. I know it's daft for a girl really, but it's just good fun.
Students come here from all over the country to play trains. Our volunteer David is no exception. It's a great way to spend your holiday. All you do is ring up to say what you'd like to do. If it's putting your feet up though, Ffestiniog probably isn't for you.
Well, they nearly always need another holiday, suffering from prime exhaustion because everybody works very hard. And the jobs that people do are not standing around the place, they're really getting involved with keeping the passengers happy and running this railway.
Hi, can I have a single please to Bly?
Already printed.
Yeah, you see, you knew I was coming in. Mike, how have you been getting on?
It's been a good day today.
Has it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good kind of volunteer work?
Yeah, I think it is. You can get a lot out of it. You know, the staff here are very friendly, very accommodating. You can't go wrong, really.
Here's your whistle. This is your big moment, Sue. Have a practice.
Thank you.
Do it again. It takes 2.5 hours to complete the round trip from Porthmadog to Ffestiniog. Plenty of time for our Granada Action volunteers to settle in, learn some new skills and enjoy the countryside in style.
Back to Ffestiniog later. Now back over the border to Wales, where Becky is boiling over.
Yes, steam's up and we're puffing our way towards Ffestiniog on a line that's been around for 160 years. It was built to carry slate from the mines. Now it's a tourist attraction, but you don't have to pay. You can come along as a volunteer, and it doesn't matter how young or old you are, everyone's welcome. Our 5 new recruits are helping to drive the train, working in the buffet car and collecting tickets with the help of the regular volunteers.
There's about 1,000 of them across a whole year, and they come from all walks of life. In fact, this week the guard happens to be a barrister, and the engine driver actually works on British Rail, and he likes to come and drive an engine without quite so much bureaucracy. So there's a great variety of people who come.
There you go, Sue.
Thank you.
you want to take the weight off your feet?
Oh,
You're working so hard. You're doing very well though, aren't you? You look like a professional.
Well, it's fun, isn't it?
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? How does it compare with the other volunteer work that you've done?
Well, my other volunteer work, I'm usually looking after people. And
You're kind of looking after people
I'm
today.
surprised that, yes, I am, yes.
Aren't
so
you?
it's good, yes.
Is it?
Seeing the countryside as well, which is glorious.
The Ffestiniog is just the right size. You're not dealing with a small length of line in the country, you're dealing with a complete railway as it was operating effectively in the 1890s. And the one thing that does attract the people here are the people that are here to start with. There's a very active social life amongst the volunteers, and everybody's just so friendly and easy to get on with.
Kirsten is studying to be a landscape architect, so her experience of filling up a steam engine is rather limited. But like lots of the regular volunteers here, she's been thrown in at the deep end.
It's really good fun. It's like lovely views and everything, but it's also a bit exciting at the same time.
Do you fancy coming back here as a volunteer?
I'd quite like to come back for a week, yeah, once you get used to it. And the people really make you feel welcome when you meet them, so it's good fun, yeah.
You're looking fabulous up and down these aisles like a professional, I have to say.
Oh, Dr. Water, after all. I was 38 years in catering. Yeah,
In the Royal Air Force.
That was a long time since I carried a tray.
How are you coping with the movement?
Oh, well, pretty good.
There's the friendships, there's the railway, the character of the line itself, the scenery, the countryside, many, many, many factors. It all comes together to make the Ffestiniog an incredible experience for a volunteer.
It might not be the Orient Express, but we certainly know how to round off the day in style and take time to reflect on the glory of steam.
Nostalgia, I think, mostly. As a kid, we always had steam engine books, didn't we? Things like that.
Quite romantic,
I really don't know.
aren't they?
I suppose they're dirty, smelly things, aren't they? And yet people love them.
If you'd like to become a volunteer at Ffestiniog Railway, get in touch with us for our action pack.
Ah, the days of steam.